Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today. We're back on our mat this time with a increasing energy flow, a quick flow today, just to get our juices going. Maybe a good practice for the morning when you're a little bit sluggish and you just need a little bit of a kickstart to get into your day. Without any further ado, let's get started. So we'll start today in a cross-legged position, seated on our mats, with your hands on your knees or your shins, wherever feels good for you, and we'll just close our eyes. Starting to notice our breath here. And today, because we're focusing on increasing our energy and our prana throughout our body, we're really going to be focusing on our breath a lot throughout our whole practice today. So I'd like you to take your right hand to your belly and left hand to your chest and start to notice your breathing. Feeling your belly expand on your inhales and deflate on your exhales. Deepening your breath here, letting your body relax, your shoulders drop, your jaw becomes slack. Settling into this moment right now, letting everything else go. And when you're ready, slowly we'll blink open our eyes. Take our hands to our shins and start to roll our shoulders, waking up a bit. On your next exhale, drop your right hand to your mat beside you. Inhale, your left arm up towards the sky, reaching towards the right, getting a nice long stretch along your left side body. Holding here for a moment. And on your next exhale, rise up, reach your right arm up to the sky as well, and exhale, dropping your left hand, reaching over to the left. Feeling yourself fold and stretch a little more on your exhales. Inhaling, rising up to center, and on your exhale, dropping your right arm down, reaching over to the right. Inhale, up to center, and exhale, reaching over to the left. Inhale to center, and exhale, dropping your right arm, reaching over to the right. And inhale to center, exhale, dropping left arm, reaching over to the left. Feeling a nice stretch in your side body. Inhaling to center and exhale, dropping your hands down towards the ground. Now taking your hands out in front of you, clasping them and twisting them around so that your palms are facing in front of you. Inhale, reach up and pull your chest through, kind of like we're doing a cow, but in a seated position. So really curve, shine your chest forward, and on your exhale, curl your spine, bring your chin to your chest, reach your hands out in front of you, like we're doing a cat, but in a seated position. Inhale, reaching arms up, pulling the chest through, shoulder blades come together, and exhale, your cat back, hands in front of you, curling your navel to your spine. Inhaling, arms up, our cow. And exhale, dropping them forward a bit, pulling your navel to your spine, tucking your chin. And our next inhale will come to a neutral spine, hands down in front of you, and we'll come forward into our first tabletop position. So here, we'll just drop the belly, inhale, look up, cow pose. And on our exhale, curling the spine, tucking the chin, navel to spine, cat. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, shoulder blades push together. And exhale, curl the spine, tuck your chin. cat pose. Now coming to a neutral spine, send your hips back so that they're sitting on your heels, and either with your knees together or far apart, we'll come into our first child's pose of today. Feeling it out here, noticing your breath, breathing into your hips if you can. And the next part of our flow will be really focusing on the movement and the breath together. So take this moment to notice your breath, where you are, and start to really hone into that. Lifting back up so you're sitting on your heels, we're going to start the next part of our flow, which is really all about bringing the energy, raising the energy. So to do this, we really need to be doing our exhales and our inhales with the movement. So on your inhale, rise up, reach the hands up towards the sky, and on your exhale, fold forward into your child's pose. Inhaling, coming forward, sliding forward into an upward dog, and on your exhale, coming back to sit on your knees. So we're going to be doing this quite a few times, the same movement with our breath, really focusing just on our breath with our movement. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhale, folding child's pose. Inhale, coming forward, upward dog. And exhale, sitting back on our heels. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, sliding forward, upward dog. And exhale, sitting back on our heels. Couple more times. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, rain it down, child's pose. Inhale, slide forward, upward dog. And exhale, sitting back on your heels. Inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, float them down, child's pose. Inhaling, forward, shine your heart, upward dog. And exhale, sitting back down on your mat. Inhale, reaching the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, raining it down, child's pose. Inhale, leaning forward, upward dog, shining your heart up to the sky. Exhale, sitting back on your heels. One more time. Inhale, reaching your arms up, stretching. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up, upward dog. And exhale, sitting back on your heels. So now we've warmed up the body. I don't know if you've noticed, but your breath maybe is a little more active, feeling the energy throughout your body, of course, a bit more. So coming forward onto tabletop, we'll tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back on an exhale. Pedaling your feet here for a moment, just letting yourself feel this. Our first downward dog. Feel it out. And then on your next inhale, coming to plank. And exhale, coming all the way down onto your mat. Hands by your sides. Inhale to cobra. And exhale, let your chest fall. Inhale, back up to tabletop. And exhale, sitting back on your heels. So we're going to do again this movement with our downward dog and our plank a couple different times, again to get the energy moving throughout our bodies. Okay, we'll start again. So on your tabletop, exhale, coming back into the downward dog. Inhaling forward to plank. Exhale all the way down to your mat, hands by your sides. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, letting your chest fall down to the ground. Inhaling up to tabletop. And exhale back into your downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhale all the way down to your mat. Inhaling to cobra. And exhale, letting your chest fall. Inhale, pushing back up into your tabletop. And exhaling back into your downward dog. One more time. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, let yourself come all the way down to your mat. Inhaling up. to cobra, pulling your shoulders back. Exhale, down to your mat. Inhaling up to tabletop, and exhale, sitting back on your heels. So again, hopefully you feel a little bit of energy coursing through your body. It's kind of like a sun salutation, except for it's not. It's our vinyasa where you're bringing the energy, feeling the flow to us. Okay, so again, back into our tabletop position, curling the toes under, sending the hips up and back into your downward dog. This time, stepping forward, crisscrossing your legs, so you're slowly walking towards the front of your mat until your feet meet your hands. Inhaling up halfway, and exhale, folding forward. So your palms touch the ground, maybe your knees bend here, just feeling an opening in your back. Inhaling, rising all the way up, reaching towards the ceiling, and exhale, your hands to heart center. So again, when we're doing our vinyasas, we're going to be really focusing on keeping our breath with our movement. That's one of the biggest things and ways that we can really increase our energy. So, inhaling, reach the arms up, and exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, halfway lift, shoulders away from the ears, and exhale, fold. Stepping your feet back, either from your feet or your knees, bend your elbows, chaturanga, and inhaling, shining your chest forward, straighten your elbows, upward facing dog. On your next exhale, curl the toes under, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Only holding here for a moment. And on your next inhale, looking up, bending your knees and stepping your way to the top of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, and exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, rising all the way up, and exhale, heart to center. Again, feel your energy through your body, shake it out a bit, and we'll begin again. Inhale, arms reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fingertips float down to the ground, touching maybe. Inhaling, halfway lift, shoulders away from your ears, flat back. Exhale, folding forward, stepping back, planting your palms, and then either from your feet or your knees, bending your elbows, coming down, chaturanga, and then inhaling, upward facing dog. And on your next exhale, curl the toes under, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. One more time. On your inhale, look up on your knees, step or hop your way to the top of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching towards the ceiling. Exhale, palms, prayer. Okay, one last time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, palms come to the ground, even if you have to bend your knees. Inhaling, halfway lift, arms away from your ears, and exhale, folding forward, stepping your feet back with your feet planted or from your knees. Bend your elbows, bring your chest towards the ground, chaturanga, and then straightening your arms, looking up, upward facing dog. Curling the toes under, exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, look up, bend your knees, step or hop your way to the top of your mat. And on your inhale, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, reaching your arms up towards the ceiling, fingertips high. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, maybe you've worked up a bit of a sweat here. We've done lots of movement going up and down, up and down. And now we're going to be doing a little more powerful of poses. So bending your knees, stepping your left foot back into our crescent lunge, really pushing into the ball of that back foot, keeping a long line of crown to tail here, wanting to tuck our tailbones, even if you have to kind of rise up a bit and then tuck your tailbone, really engaging through your core, and then settling back down into our crescent lunge. Inhale your arms up, and then on your exhale, reach your arms out towards the side, pivot on the ball of your back foot, so your back foot is coming out parallel to the back of your mat, warrior two. Inhale, reaching forward, with your front arm. And then exhale, reaching behind you with your right arm. Left arm comes behind you as well. Exalted warrior. Feeling a nice stretch here, holding here for a moment. And on your next exhale, reaching out into a warrior two, arms out towards the side. And then inhaling back towards your crescent lunge, pivoting on the back foot. And exhale, reaching your left foot up to meet your right. Standing in Tadasana. Inhaling, bend your knees, send your hips back, arms up towards the sky, chair pose, Utkatasana. And exhale, straightening the legs, folding forward. Our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands away, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, folding forward again. Inhale, rising all the way up to the sky. Palms reach towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands to heart center. Again, bending our knees. This time taking our right foot behind us into our crescent lunge. Really pressing into the ball of the back foot. Feeling an elongation in that right quad here. Again, if you need to rise up and tuck your tailbone to engage your core instead of dumping weight into your low back. We want to focus on keeping a tight core here. In our crescent lunge, hold, inhale, reach our arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, pivoting on the back foot so it's parallel to the end of your mat. Our warrior two, even though I'm facing away, you'll notice how I'm keeping my tailbone tucked here. On your next inhale, reach forward. And then exhale, exalted warrior, bringing your left arm behind you. Feeling a nice elongation in that left side body here. Holding here for a moment. And on your next exhale, we'll come out into a warrior two, hands out to the sides. And then inhale, pivoting on that back foot. So we're back in our crescent lunge, hands to your hips. And then stepping our back foot up to meet our front. Bending your knees, sending your hips back, Utkatasana. And then exhaling our hands into prayer here, still in our Utkatasana. Feeling the weight shift into our heels here. Really focusing on tucking your tailbone. If you need to come out, just tuck your tailbone and coming back in. Feel free to do so. We really want to focus on keeping our core nice and engaged here. Maybe you can even lift your feet off the ground. With our hands in prayer, we'll slowly twist to the left, bringing our right elbow to left knee. Feeling a nice twist. Inhaling to center. And exhale, twisting to the left, to the right. Bring your left elbow to right knee. Inhaling to center. And exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, still in our Utkatasana, center, and then exhale, twisting towards the right. Keeping our hips square here as much as possible so that we're not leaning out to one side. Inhale to center and exhale, folding down into our forward fold. Letting ourselves just hang here for a moment. We've just done a lot of work. Inhaling our hands to shins, shoulders away from the ears, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rising all the way up, reaching the palms toward the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, we're almost done here with our quick flow. Maybe you feel some energy here. We've done some powerful poses just then. Inhaling your arms up to the sky. And exhale, folding forward. Planting the palm, maybe bending the knees. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhale, folding forward, planting the palms again, stepping the feet back. And this time, either from your feet or your knees, bending your elbows, bringing your chest towards the ground, chaturanga. And then inhaling up, straightening your arms, drawing your chest towards the sky, upward dog. And exhale, curling the toes under, sending the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Holding here for a moment. And then we're going to drop our knees towards the ground. Putting our toes together, hips far apart. And we're going to sink back into our child's pose. Feel yourself relax after all that work you just did. Breathing into your hips here as much as possible. Relaxing. Notice your breath, notice your energy throughout your body. Are you feeling more invigorated? I hope so. And then inhaling up to tabletop position, come and sit back into your cross-legged position. So we're back in our cross-legged position, and then letting our hearts just kind of settle a bit, our breath return to normal, reaching the left hand to your right knee, reaching that right arm behind you on the ground, twisting towards the right, keeping a long spine here, from your crown to your tail, your head to your tailbone, letting yourself sink deeper into the twist on your exhales. Noticing how this feels. Noticing your energy right now. And on your inhale, coming to center, reaching that right arm over to your left knee, reaching that left arm behind you, and twisting towards the left. So focusing again on a long spine. We don't want to be hunched. While we're twisting, we want to focus on having our back straight as much as possible, engaging through the core still as always. And as we breathe out, feel your muscles relax and allow yourself to sink a bit deeper. Inhaling to center, we'll come to lie back onto our backs. While we're here, bringing our knees near to our glutes, so we have bent knees, and our feet are near our glutes. And again, we're going to be doing this movement with our breath, really, even though we're at the end of our practice, slowing our breath down, but still keeping that same energy. So this time with our hands flat on the mat. Inhaling, lift your low back off the ground, coming into a bridge pose, engaging through the core and the glutes. Imagine that there is a block between your legs, so you're not letting them split open here. Holding here for a moment. And then on your inhale, reaching your arms up and behind you. Feeling a nice stretch here. On your exhale, slowly dropping your arms and your low back all the way down to the ground. So we're going to be doing this movement with our breath, our bridge, and our arms with our breath a few times here. So inhaling your arms up, low back off the ground, into our bridge. Exhaling, letting everything come all the way down. Hands to low back, slowly vertebrae by vertebrae, coming down towards the mat. Inhale, reaching up, low back comes off the ground, engaging through the core. And exhale, letting your arms come all the way down. Your low back falling back onto the mat slowly as possible. One last time, inhale, lifting the low back off the ground, arms come up behind you. And exhale, letting everything go back on to your mat, the arms down by your sides. Feel yourself relax here, and then we're just going to lift our legs into the air. So straight legs, flexing our feet here, and we're just going to start to shake our legs, letting all the blood rush out of our legs into our torso. Feel yourself raise with energy here. Enjoying this movement. Feels a little bit of playful, I guess. Perhaps you feel a bit like a child. Embrace whatever emotion you're feeling here. And then finding stillness, dropping your feet down towards the ground, and we'll extend them out in front of you into our Shavasana. You can stay as long as you need here, perhaps pausing the video to take as long as the Shavasana as you'd like. Remember, Shavasana is when we're able to absorb our practice. So really honoring that, letting yourself relax in this moment, your shoulders relax, your forehead uncrease. And take as long as you need. When you finish your Shavasana, roll over onto your favorite side, curling your knees, bending your knees so you're in your fetal position, maybe using your arm or your hand as a pillow. And when you're ready, slowly lifting back up into a seated position. I'd like to thank every one of you for practicing with me today. I hope that this practice really inspired and gave you a jolt of energy, really filling you with more life today. And as always, thank yourself for showing up on your mat today, for showing up for yourself and honoring your body. The light in me acknowledges and recognizes and respects the light in every one of you. Thank you again for sharing your energy with me. Namaste.